All right, so this is my FD RX-7. It's a 1993. It is what I would call a car that somebody totally riced out or Fast and Furious, styled it up. Maybe back in the day, after the movies came out and they were like, wanted to copy something that was in Fast and Furious or some crazy stuff like that. So this car has a lot of untasteful modifications that were done to it. However, right now it's in better condition. So I'm working right now to unrice it, de-rice, un-Fast and Furious, whatever you want to say. I just want to make it, like just a nice running, driving looking car. So this is not the stock color. I believe the factory color was the bluish gray. I don't remember. Somebody comment and correct if you know what it is. They sprayed it yellow, and not sure if I love it or hate it. I've never owned a yellow car. I've never really been into yellow cars. So I'm gonna, rock the yellow until I figure out what I want to do really going forward. But let's see, what else did they do? They replaced the badge. This is, I think that's called the Effany badge that was from Japan. I think that's the brand that was sold under in the Japanese domestic market. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I don't quite know everything about this yet. The motor is relatively stock, which is good. I'm glad I didn't buy something that was, modified to all hell and janky and who knows what. But they did a couple things to it. They added this, looks like a cone filter intake. So it was like a couple of intake tubes and some off-brand filters. So we'll have to go through those. And this one is super janky right here. It's not even like connected to anything. Well, it's connected, but it's like barely even on there. So gonna go through, take all that stuff apart, check all the fittings, and make sure everything's tight and no boost leaks. Other than that, stock 13B REW. So I'm excited to do some clean it up, check the compression. It starts up right away, so I think the compression is decent. But I'm gonna do a compression test just to maybe really get some ideas. It is leaking oil, so I need to still check that out. See if it's just the oil pan or hopefully not rear main seal or something like that. But I need to go through and look at all that yet. What else have they done to this thing? The owner put these wheels on it, which they're not like the highest quality, but they're okay. STR Racing, I've never heard of that, but I looked them up and they're, I guess, decently legit. I like the lips. The polished lip looks kind of nice. And there's good brakes on there, so that's nice. Let's see, walking around the car. Yeah, this back one, you can really see how big the lip is, like a 4-inch lip. That's kind of sweet. Not a whole lot going on in the back. It's debadged, which I want to put the RX-7 badge back on, and I might keep with the Effany theme and go back to that. It's got an old HKS Super Dragger, I guess. Super Dragger exhaust. So that was probably one of the first things they did to rice it out and make it nice and loud. Which, I'm going to keep it for now, but I will eventually start looking for a nice Japan market, like a Ari Amiyama, I don't know how to pronounce it, exhaust. It had a replica of the same, I think it's Ari, I'm going to mess it up again, Ari Amiya or whatever, the taillight covers, which I took off. That's the first thing I did. I took that off because I don't like the look of that. I love the look of the factory taillights, which I think are super cool. So, let's see, what else can I tell you? Yeah, I've got some heaters in my garage. It's in Minnesota and it's very, very chilly here. So, car definitely needs some work. Yesterday I pulled like a mile of extra wire out of the car. It looks like somebody had a system in it at one point, and I took all that garbage out, and then they wired some underglow, so I took all those wires out and all that stupid crap. So interior, I love the fact that it's black on black. It has cloth seats, which are in really good shape, and I love these seats. They're supportive, they're in good shape. None of the cushions are worn, they're very nice. That door panel's off is because I am repairing the passenger door handle, and I'll make a video about that. Under here, this is where the fun is. Oh my goodness, this is where I was all day yesterday. So, that looks pretty disgusting, right? Yeah. So, they put in a HKS turbo timer. I'm sorry, a Greddy turbo timer. And that's how they wired it. Like, the worst thing you could ever see in your life. So I'm going through and making sure the only thing that was wired in is the turbo timer, and I'm gonna check some other stuff out. Like, I'm not quite sure what we have going on here. Interesting toggle switch, which seems to do nothing. I don't quite know what these are. So this is going to be really fun, just to like trace all this stuff and, you know, make sure everything is connected correctly from the factory, and then undo all the garbage that this person did. Yeah, random grounds that go to the turbo timer, which need to be changed. Let's see, this guy, I don't know if you can see that. This guy, I believe, I did a little bit of research. This one, I think, comes from here, this here, which I believe is the factory security system. So they must have had an aftermarket security system and installed that to jumper that relay and override the factory security system. So I don't really care about the security system, so I might leave it now, but I'll figure out what it actually does. The panels are there. I just need to put them back together, so that's okay. The dash is together, so that's good. Everything's in good shape. Steering wheel's fine. Not sure what I might take that off and put in like a sweet Nardi wheel or something like that. Here, it has some pretty, you know, basic gauges. We have a boost gauge and a shitty non-wideband air-fuel ratio gauge, which I'm going to take that out and replace those. I have some odometer ones, I just need to put them in. And I have a innovative wideband I'm going to put in. So, the rest of the car is decent. The plastics are, you know, not the best. The center console this is the typical, these clips break and that's coming off, so I need to figure out a solution for that. It at least has this double din, so we have a wonderful Alpine from who knows when, 1998. And it's missing that, which I'm not quite sure what that is yet. I need to sort that out. Other than that, dash is in good shape, except some person tried to install something there. I bet it was one of those 5-inch racing tacks. I'm glad it's not there. Again, door panel's out because I'm replacing the passenger handle. The back is just fine, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, so that's basically the car. Ignore this, we'll talk about that one in a different video. Yeah, this is it. So I'm excited to, you know, really go through everything with a fine-tooth comb, check everything out, make sure it's all working correctly. And it runs, it drives, that's all good. It has quite a bit of a hesitation at the 3,000 RPM, which I think is a little bit normal for sequential turbo setup. But, you know, again, I want to go through everything and make sure it's running healthy and good. So, let's see. I think that's it for now. Oh, I really like this lip. And it's in decent shape because, I mean, it's a front lip from 93 and it's still there at least, so that's good. But I really like that lip. I'm gonna do my best to keep that in good shape and keep it on the car. But other than that, I don't want to do a whole lot of crazy aftermarket. The only thing I might do is I really like the carbon fiber extensions for the side skirts and the carbon fiber front vent replacement. That would be pretty nice. And maybe some mirrors, because these yellow mirrors, I don't know about that, whatever. So much yellow. But yeah, anyway, that's the car, guys. So hopefully you enjoy this, and I will keep you updated on things that happen. And cheers. Thanks for watching.